no longer trust him. Not because of what you discovered, but because of what he opened up to you. He trusted you. And he gave you that information. I told you it was David who was playing the harp, casting demons out of Saul. But you never hear David saying that to anyone. You never hear David say that. What do you do? What are you doing with the information given to you? You should have called for a meeting and said to your husband or to your wife, my husband, I didn't know that you have this strength. What made you to think that I'm going to forgive you? With all my weaknesses, I haven't been doing everything in the right way as a wife. But coming back to me and saying all these things, trusting me with this information, I will prove to you that you have opened up to the right person. Listen, where we are coming from, there are a lot of stories. And so many guys here are doing their level best to stop it from coming. There is so much information coming after some of these people here. So much information. But up to now, those of you that are married, why is it still difficult up to now? Even for your wife to open up to you as the husband. Even for your husband to open up to you. Because before God, he can confess. But before you, he can't. What's the difference that is so visible between you and God? To a point that he can even foretell that this thing is going to cause problems. Would continue just loving each other instead of confessing this thing, this issue. It will keep on coming back to me. So what do you do when your mentor opens up to you and he exposes his weaknesses? You have to become his strength. Become his strength. Am I talking to somebody here? Yes. That's exactly. What are we saying? What are you doing with the information that is given to you by the person that you are learning from? You admire him so much. You admire her so much. There will come a time when he will begin to trust you with his time, his information, even his money. What are you going to do with it? Don't ask for the information that you don't deserve. Yeah. David said in one of his psalms, he said, I have learned not to get myself involved in matters that are higher than me. David said that. In high matters, I don't get involved. Don't say to a person, tell me the truth, if you cannot handle the truth. It will kill you. Don't ask for it. Hello. 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 So information, when you are trusted with information, what are you going to do with that information? Most people, they don't know. When you step out of greatness, you have to know how to behave. I'm saying this because I feel like there are some of you here, you now have the best husband that you can ever have, but you are no longer at a level where you can now appreciate the difference. Which means, when something is good, you always repel. You fight goodness. If the person is terrible, you never used to have any problems. You never used to have. That's why some of you, the day you started coming to this ministry, that's when you started fighting. When I call you now and say, now you are a pastor, even if you were not even thinking of divorcing your wife, when I say today you are now a pastor, I don't care. Maybe you are sitting somewhere there, close to your wife, holding hands. Let me just call you pastor. Right there. By the moment I call you pastor, conflict. Because I have raised you to a level where you begin to fight bigger enemies. You are no longer being fought as an ordinary member of a church, but you have now become a threat to the devil. So your marriage is now, look at this now. Some of you, I can even confess myself, you started having problems the day you started coming here. I participated. I caused you to have those problems. Because I converted your wife into becoming a better person that you don't deserve. And you started fighting. I converted your husband, told him this is wrong. And in the process of trying to recover, you were not ready for a better husband. You started fighting. I caused that. I admit. Am I talking to somebody? Am I talking to somebody? The truth that you now know about your husband, you were never going to know anything about it. You were never going to be told. But when I was doing it, I thought I had the right person on this other side who was going to compliment me and help me by handling the information in a proper way. But you're trying to fight against the man that I'm trying to convert. You are killing the same person that I'm trying to give life to. Know your husband. Know your wife. Why are you talking every time? Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, it's not an issue. It's not like your husband doesn't listen. Why does he listen to me? Is it not maybe because of the way that I talk to him? Isn't it that even some of you, even your husbands, they call me father. But when I'm talking to your husband, I even call him father. Baba, I'm even calling your husband Baba. If I can respect your husband at this level, what's wrong with you? After respecting him, everything that I tell him to do, he's doing it. Why not adopting the same approach? Every man, listen to me, every man, he's made in the likeness of God. He behaves like God. God likes honor. When you don't honor God, He will not bless you. He will not make you comfortable. Sarah would call the husband my Lord. My Lord. Amen. Abraham, a man who was a liar, he would lie. Denying her in front of all the people and saying, this is my sister. And she would still call my Lord. What do you do with the information that is given to you concerning the person that you're learning from? Don't use it against you. Don't use it against you. Don't.